Good morning. New York's highest court has overturned Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction in a 4-3 decision. The State Court of Appeals found the trial judge unfairly allowed testimony against the former movie mogul based on allegations that were not part of the case.
Attorney Arthur Aidala was part of Weinstein's defense team. He joins us this morning to explain the ruling and potentially what happens next. Good morning, Arthur.
Hey, how are you? It's a pleasure to be with both of you. It's like I've been doing so much TV, but I was like, oh, I'm home. Like Fox 5, I'm home. Here
yeah, you were everywhere yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's a monumental day, and the big quote that everyone is taking away is I said it's a great day for America.
Yes.
And like, Harvey Weinstein, why is that a great day for America? And basically what the Court of Appeals said is even if it's a really unpopular person on trial, someone who's not going to win any opinion polls or popularity contests, we can't take laws that have been on the books since 1901 and just throw them out the window because we want to get this guy at all costs. And that's why it's a great day. It's a great day for justice that shows unpopular people can still get a fair trial in the United States of America.
Have you had a chance to speak to Harvey Weinstein? How did he find out about this?
That's a great question. So we were told by someone inside the Court of Appeals the decision wasn't coming out until May. So we were all kind of surprised that it came out. I found out surprisingly at like 9:01, and of course I want to pick up the phone and call him, but I can't. You know, he's in prison. He called me around 10-ish. He couldn't have been more grateful and gracious, etc. And I asked him, I go, Harvey, how'd you find out? He's like, I was just sitting there, and someone came over and handed me a piece of paper, didn't say anything, like congratulations or anything. And I looked at it, and it was the headline from the Associated Press that it just came out and said, Harvey Weinstein conviction reversed, and I think he maybe broke down a little bit. And the next step is he's going to come from the state prison down to the city prison because he can't be released because he's on hold from California. And basically the case starts all over again, except he was found not guilty of one woman, Annabella Shore, so he can't be tried on that because of double jeopardy. He was found not guilty of one of the highest charges on one of the witnesses. I don't think he's going to be tried on that. So there's one woman left, and Gloria Allred made a statement yesterday saying, I spoke to my client and she would consider testifying again. So we shall see. I mean, it's not our decision. We're ready for trial. In other words, if we won't to court next week, we are ready to go. Obviously, I tried this case. I argued the appeal. Diana from my office wrote the appeal. We know the facts inside out, upside down. And at the original trial...
I want to read this really quickly,
sure.
Author. Judge Madeline Singas, she wrote a scathing dissent, and she said that the majority's determination perpetuates outdated notions of sexual violence and allows predators to escape accountability. What's your response to that?
She's wrong. She's absolutely wrong. You have to look at the law. You don't have to. Courts are not supposed to set policy. Legislators are supposed to set policy. You have Congressman Esposito coming on. They're supposed to set policy. Courts are supposed to look at, is it constitutional or not constitutional? Molyneux is supposed to be there usually to prove identification. Okay, he did it in this case and he did it in that case. He used the same modus operandi. Identification wasn't an issue here. What the majority wrote was that these other women were allowed to come in to testify just to dirty him up, just to make him look bad. Let's not try Harvey Weinstein on the evidence. Let's try him on rumors, because that's all these things were. They were four women wound up testifying who had never filed charges, never gone to the police, never went to in front of a grand jury. He was never indicted on them. It was just rumors. And then the judge made another ruling.
A lot of rumors, though. A lot of women.
But you can't get convicted in the United States of America on rumors. God, that's why it's a great day for America. That's what the court said. You need to be vetted. You need to go through the process. You need to file a complaint. You need to go in front of a grand jury. And an individual needs to be charged. Not that you just let everyone on the stand who wants to come in and dirty someone up.
The first actress who came forward, Ashley Judd, she said it was unfair to survivors. She said that we live in our truth and we know what happened. I mean, what do you respond to?
It would have been unfair to every citizen of the state of New York if this ruling stayed, because it would have meant if, God forbid, you were charged with a crime, that victim of that particular crime could come in, and then if they found 4 or 5 other people on the street who were like, oh, I know Daniel, he's a bad dude. Oh, yeah, you could tell that to the jury. Oh, I know, I saw him out drunk one night. No, nobody saw him drunk one night. But, you know, I saw him do this. He's a bad dude. And that's not how our system of government is supposed to work. There's supposed to be accountability, and what the judge wrote in her decision was these were accounts that came in that were not subjected to the process.
All right,
and
Arthur,
we can't
gotta
do
go.
that.
I want to get one more question in before we do. So what happens next? Because the LA case is still in appeals currently right now. The New York case overturned. We're hearing that he's going to be retried again. Is that going to have any impact on what's going on in California?
I think it does, because the jurors in the California case were told and knew that he was convicted in the New York case. So they're going in with a certain bias. Okay, we're trying a guy who's already been proven guilty. Well, now he should get a new trial over there with jurors who find out, no, he was proven guilty in an unfair proceeding. So we are cautiously optimistic that California will turn out right for him.
For now, he remains in prison in California based on that conviction out there, of course.
No, he's here, though. He's not in Cali. He'll be in New York City. You guys will be covering it probably in 2 weeks.
He'll be back in this area. But
he'll be back in the courthouse where Donald Trump is, probably in the exact same courtroom where we tried his case 4 years ago.
Remains in custody. Arthur Aidala, thanks so much for joining us this morning.